Let's go rest up, fish for a few hours, get my items back, and go take on the boss. I'm kidding, we're not gonna fish for a few hours. We gotta find a way to recoup our money though. They definitely got turned into the soup. No doubt about that. Did Almedra plan to kill everyone all along? I know people died under her before, but this is extreme. Why would she do that? I don't know. I had a lot of friends in that plaza too. And now they're all gone. It's okay to be sad about it, but we survivors have to pull ourselves together. We still have a city to run. I think continuing to do what we set out to do is the best way to honor and respect the memory of those who have fallen along the way. Everyone I know is dead. If only I'd stopped them, they'd still be here right now. It's not your fault. You couldn't have known this would happen. I can never bring myself to like Deadime, but I wouldn't wish any of that on him or his followers. That was too cruel what happened. Dude, you weren't there. You didn't see it happen. I think some got in Alphin's mouth too. Some people soup. This city has become awfully lonely. I know, there used to be plenty of people around, but now it's a ghost town. Yeah, why did everyone go? Why did they all just leave? Oh, yikes. How could everyone just die? Did we do something wrong along the way? My buddy died in the plaza. There's not even a body left to bury him. I didn't bother going to the plaza to celebrate our victory. Seeing everyone in such a frenzy just didn't sit right with me. But after what she did, I absolutely hate her guts with every fiber of my being. Okay. I can make her refined blackthorn if I have the money. Oh, I can make her best weapon right now. I need money. I need money. I need money. I need money. Astral crystal. What else do we need an astral crystal for? I have all the materials for her feline shield. I need another astral crystal for this one, but I would rather get Rinwell's thing made first. Can I? Do I have anything I could? I could sell? Bizarre Megacore. Any materials we're not using? Bizarre Megacore and Astral Crystal for this. I will hold off for now. Cook before resting. I need these all to last a lot longer than they last. Defense up. We're gonna definitely need more defense, I think.
Done. This is sure to give the others some much needed energy.
Come back anytime now. Where do I gotta go to? West of... to go here? I bet I gotta go out here. Okay, let's go fight our way there. It seems like Almedra took advantage of all the chaos and confusion to slip past these gates when nobody was looking. If I had to guess, she's either trying to get into the ruins past here or she's making a run for the underground harbor. Do you wonder if the people taste good? The soup, the people soup? Is that what you're wondering right now? You sick freak.
I won't forget you.
Look, take this!
On guard.
Destruction!
Confiscated!
Here I come!
On guard.
Fire!
It's over!
What and weak.
Here
Mirage!
Flame of fury!
Here I come!
Glacial.
I don't have the right arts on right now. Give me a second. We need lightning thrust. I during that fight I saw what you meant by some of the arts just being terrible as well.
Too fast!
Like yeah, you wanna aim towards like the weakness and like what your weapon has, but also just some of the arts are just terrible. Like this one here is slow.
Look sharp.
Lightning!
Here I come!
Look sharp. Any
Glacial
spear.
It's not great for comboing and shit.
What I can do!
Freeze land!
You're finished! Destruction!
I'll heal you all!
And the other one I was doing that would like jump up and like come down
It's over!
was okay, but
You're finished!
Appreciate the help.
Soaring light spear!
Here!
Try this!
I can handle it.
Infernal torrent!
Place in this flame!
Here I come!
Time to shine!
Can't get out of
Look sharp.
there we go.
I'm not done!
Here! Flame of fury!
Shockwave slash! My turn!
Glacial spear.
You're mine! Soaring light spear!
Time to shine.
Ignite!
I don't know.
Take it!
I gotta experiment more with the arts.
Looks like we won.
I was using Raining Slash during that actually. During the fight, the boss fight. It seemed good. I just need to experiment with more as far as like combos and shit go. But it seemed pretty good. It just it takes a little bit to wind up.
Little help!
Shattering up!
Where are you going?
Let the marshal handle this!
Round and pound.
Radiant
Destruction!
Here!
Oh,
Light
too
astral
sharp.
energy!
Glacial
Lightning
spear.
condemned!
Here,
Fire
right now.
blaze!
It got flyers!
This one's
I've got
mine.
this! Let a marksman handle it! Lightning
finished.
condemned!
All yours.
I never miss! Thunder blaze!
Take this! My
Going
turn!
in.
Soaring! It's time!
This
Hear
one's
me!
mine.
Fury! Burning strike!
Glacial
I
spear.
gotta sneeze.
Here's the
Go
evil!
in.
More
Strike!
for the freeze laser!
Shockwave slash!
The waters of
Destruction!
magic is there!
Dazzle! Here I come! You're finished! Soaring light spear!
Lightning!
Crescent
Try
moon. Do
this.
it.
Remote!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
I gotta sneeze, but it's
Everybody okay?
just
We're
hanging
all right,
there.
Alphen.
You know how a sneeze just kind of hangs in the balance? Ugh. It's happening right now. I hate it.
Serious?
Fires that
Is this a joke?
This is flame! Searing
Take
flame!
this.
Sharpen
It's
it!
over.
Flame of fury! Burning strike!
Crush!
Glacial spear.
Flaming
Here's
throw!
evil!
No escape! Soaring light
Freeze
spear!
laser!
Not today!
Pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
Destruction!
Now.
Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Not a chance!
This one's mine.
It's over!
Hit!
Take this!
Bullseye! Raging
Soaring
cascade!
light spear!
In
This
here!
one's
Carve
mine.
through armor!
Crescent
There!
moon.
And it's time to stockpile! Magna
It's
ray!
over.
Here goes!
Destruction! Dazzle! You're...
You require a hand.
Shield and
Mirage!
Not in your dreams! I'm on
Take
to
this.
it! Get toasty!
How was my combo dropping on that wolf?
Now!
Magna ray!
It was like down on the
Our work is
ground.
done here.
The combo
Let's
shouldn't
move.
reset,
I'm
should
right
it?
behind you, Shion.
I don't know. I don't know anymore. She got her increased boost gauge down from down enemies. Nice, nice, nice. Boost gauge from defeated enemies. I think we should increase her near death defense and elemental defense, considering she is our tank. I need to mess with accessories more, but I don't think I have like the patterns to make some good accessories yet.
I'll
Let the
do my
marksman
best.
handle this.
I'm not done.
Go. You're mine.
No further.
Time to shine.
Take this.
Lightning orb.
It's
Here I
over.
go. Lightning condemned. I'm only getting started. Thunderblade.
It's
Glacial
on.
fire.
Radius is
You're
here.
mine.
Power marvelous. Arcane
You're mine.
waterfall.
You're finished.
Time to
Soaring
shine.
light spear. We did it. Burn in hell.
Blast. Watson's weak.
Leave the ensnaring
This
to me.
one's mine.
Yeah, and the pummeling to me.
Supernova.
Soaring light spear.
Here's a healing art.
Ready and
Raging
ready.
Cascade.
Piercing roar.
In here.
You're mine.
I'll be
You're
saving
I think I can use my fire attacks more too.
Chinese supernova.
Strike.
Tiger blade.
Down.
More of that
You're
here.
mine.
Here's the evil.
Mirage.
Confiscated. Freeze Lancer.
Take this.
Spend a little bit of health, get a little bit more damage. Which makes me think maybe if I start rocking those more, I could rock the Fire Claw, like the better Fire Claw when we get it. Enhance the fire arts, and then just do normal, like normal arts here or whatever. And then hit them with like the, make sure I get all my flaming edges unlocked, and then hit them with the extra stuff and hit them with more damage because
Everyone's still in one piece.
those are still arts. And I imagine
Worked up a sweat.
the flaming edge, whatever I use, will enhance the damage on those things and shit.
Little help.
You're mine. You're
Now you see what I can do.
Shockwave
here.
flash.
In here.
Piercing roar.
Here I go. I'll be saving this one. Lightning. Go down fast. More lightning.
I'm stuck in a blender.
Flying free. Why can't they just sit still?
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
Far enough.
Back into the fray.
You're mine.
Mega ray.
It's over. It's
Crush. Do it. This one's got your name on it.
Ashes to ashes.
Lightning.
An astral art?
That's my cue.
Soaring light spear. Shut him down. Infernal torrent. Strike. Lightning thrust.
Will this help?
Take this.
Eat dirt.
Do it. This one's got your name on it.
Ashes to ashes.
Raging Cascade.
You're finished. Mirage.
No further.
Healing Circle.
Severing Wind, Megasonic Thrust, Vacuum Blades, Void Flash, Lunar Rondo,
Am I on
Finish
a roll or
Devastation.
what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Based on people's spreadsheets. Oh my god. I'm not surprised people have gone that deep with it. I'm not surprised. Let's be real here. People are fucking crazy. Doesn't look like raining slashes on that.
What do you
though.
say we check back in on the ranch?
Probably because raining slash, like I said, is slow to build up. It's on the second set. Yeah, I figured you'll have it, but maybe not as part of the main rotation. Good for bosses. Yeah, I figured that was as such. Because it just hits hard. Like, I noticed the numbers were like 900 with one of those hits for Raining Slash.
The vermilion vegetation
As opposed to,
certainly
like,
gives this realm a
100.
distinct, if somber ambiance.
Seems like there's lots of fruit and plants that we can eat.
I also can't help but notice the ceaseless howling of the wind.
It should be easy to dry our laundry out here.
I can't tell if these two are actually having a conversation or what.
No cooking. Guess not.
Kisara, let's talk for a bit.
Sorry for rambling on so much about my past earlier.
Don't sweat it. It was fun hearing you reminisce about the good old days.
Come on, you don't have to pretend with me. I know I can tend to go on sometimes when it comes to my brother.
You said it, not me. Anyway, I don't think it's something for you to be embarrassed about.
Hey, Alphen. When you were a kid, was there ever a time when you had to bury someone younger than you?
Well, it's hard to say. I'm guessing that you have, though.
Yeah, during the previous crown contest with the Lord before Dohalim. Life back then was truly hell. I think that's why I tried to ignore what Miguel was telling me for so long. Because I was afraid of going back to such a dark time, of losing hope. I wanted to believe in our paradise so much that I doubted the one person I should have trusted most. I don't blame blame Dohalim for that. I simply didn't want to face facts. And I ended up trying to project my ideals onto everyone else.
It's strange. Whenever you and Dohalim talk about Menancia, it's always like it's some big failure. We're talking about fixing 300 years worth of damage here. Isn't it a bit optimistic to think it was all going to be resolved after only 5?
You might be right. Maybe it was a mistake when Menancia... No. When I decided to stop seeing the darkness in our society. I have to admit the truth. To myself, first of all. I'll take watch tonight. It's okay. Rise and shine. We're almost ready to leave.
All right, let's head to this area over here now. Not those dudes. This way. Oh, we could have fought those things and then rested. Oh well. Don't need to fight them. Let's hit this thing though. Grab this item. Yeah, you need like a different set of arts for bosses for sure, because you generally can't juggle bosses. So like having an art that like launches someone into the air just doesn't really work out for bosses, you know.
You sense one of your pals, Hoodle?
Fishing. Fishing. We're gonna fish in this area, guys. Let's go.
Out of our way!
This one's mine.
Armor won't save you!
Glacial
Strike!
spear.
Shot!
If it's in the sky, it's
Lightning
mine.
thrust!
Fire's
No
attack
escape!
reflexer.
Soaring light spear!
On guard.
Hurrah!
This one's mine.
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Cascade.
Yeah, and pummeling to me.
No escape!
Do it. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished. Not a chance. No escape!
Fire's attack. Tiger blade. Glacial spear.
Sharper flash! I'm not done!
Freeze lancer.
Destruction!
Shining supernova. Raging
Bitch.
cascade.
You're mine!
Not on my watch.
You're mine! It's over!
This one's glacial spear. Pierce evil.
It's over!
Freeze lancer.
Dazzle.
Fire's attack. Scorches this blow.
Prepare to be sealed.
Look sharp.
Soaring light spear!
No further.
Burning strike. Glacial spear. Pierce evil. Glacial
Give
fire.
up!
Astral energy.
Say no more!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
Those alpha guys are rough. Red
What's this
chamomile. Nice. Let's use that right away. Nerd with greatly reaches penetration, which when used, though extremely potent in the plant itself. It's only rarely found in the wild. Penetration goes to Alphen. We penetrate the armor. I think
I
we
see
ain't
plenty of
penetrating
ruins
anything
around here,
else.
too. It must have been a big town bustling with people back in the day.
For crown contest participants, places such as these are but vectors for the astral energy they pursue. Similar to that windmill, for instance.
I hear the owl, but where? Let's take these guys out first, then we'll look for the owl.
An opponent like
Oh, it's just one of these
this-
dudes.
I'll smash you!
This
Here I
one's
come.
mine.
It's over! Destruction!
It's like trying to keep up with a wolf.
Soaring light spear! Tear!
That was a mistake.
Ignite! Here I come! Crush!
Let them mark you.
Lightning thrust! Here I come!
Watch him. I never miss.
Too fast!
Stand back.
Going in.
I'll trip it up.
I'm not
I'm only
done!
getting ready.
Sharper flash!
Searing flame. Now, Kisara, go for it.
Prepare to crumble.
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
We lured one away while the other one stayed back. Oh, there it is. It's got angel wings. We'll get it in a second. We gotta take this guy out.
Out of our way!
Take this.
Thanks. Destruction. Be still. Soaring light spear.
In a bind, shattering up pieces. Attack time.
It's over.
Look sharp. Lightning tiger blade.
That's how you take one of those guys out.
Everyone still in one piece?
Yep. I barely worked up a sweat.
Hey. Hey, how do I get you? Oh, there it is. Angel wings. Soft, fluffy wings that attest to the wearer's pure soul, letting them fly wherever their heart desires. Go on, get out of here, little one. There's another owl around here, I think. Let's go.
I'll smash you.
I owe you one. Take this. It's over.
Oh, he just cast a fireball at me. It's fucked up.
Take this. You're finished. Tentacle. Soaring light spear. Mirage. Not today.
Here's a healing item.
I'm not feeling so great.
Shockwave flash.
Make it rain!
Look sharp. Lightning tiger blade.
Now. Take
Shining
this.
supernova.
It's over.
Light astral energy.
Dazzle. Mirage.
Lightning
You require a hand.
Thunderblade.
Thanks, Shion.
Hear me, flame of
Take
fury.
this.
This one's mine.
You're finished.
Glacial spear. Pierce evil. Light
Destruction.
astral energy.
Lightning thrust.
Mirage.
Was I overdriven there for a second? I didn't even realize it.
Everyone hanging in there?
It's on me though for not realizing it. There's a crystal here we can get. Yeah. Give me that. That was anticlimactic. What do we got here? Increased rod extension, increased rod extension time limit. Heart casting resilience. Cool. There's a ladder to climb over here. Or something to climb down on. Oh, yeah, we're climbing down. Or we're not climbing, we're falling. With style. Ice cream recipe. A sweet made by freezing milk and eggs. Though perfect in hot weather, there's something to be said for having it on cold days too. Yo, fucking true. People who only eat ice cream in the summer, I think, are serial killers. You can have ice cream any time of the year. No matter what, when you want it, you can have it. And you should have it. You shouldn't be like, oh, it's not summer, I can't have ice cream. Fuck that noise. Get yourself some ice cream.
Raging cascade.
Going in!
Be still.
This one's mine!
Where are you going?
Shockwave flash. In an instant. Impact cross.
Poor guy was supposed to be in the
Barely
other
a
fight.
blip on our radar.
You get left behind. Subsurface Mirage, a fish-shaped lure best used beneath the surface. Its tricks prey by posing as a weakened fish. We got a new lure. Let's go. That's not a ladder, that's a waterfall. Let's go. All right, where are we going from here? This way? This way.
Do you think this is one of the places where the Dark Wings and Almadria fought?
I wouldn't be so sure. This place appears more ravaged by time than combat. Even if there are signs of destruction, it would likely have taken place during the Great Conquest of 300 years prior.
And ever since, it's been a breeding ground for Zeugles, I guess.
Yep. He's just out here fucking breeding. Copper chunks, scaled crystals ×2. Archer Hawk.
Here I come!
Armor won't save you.
Searing flame! Reload!
This one's all
Here,
mine!
take it. I'll take
Destruction!
this one.
Lightning thrust! Strike!
The waters of
Tear!
magic
This
is
one's
them.
mine.
Tidal wave.
It got fire!
I've got steel. Let a marksman handle it.
Destruction! All yours!
Now.
Shockwave flash! Remote!
Astral energy.
Say no more!
Here I go. Now, one Dohalim. This one's got your name on it.
Ashes to ashes.
Dude, he catches that fiery bullet in the air with
Am
his
I on a
staff
roll or what?
and then slams
who's
it
in a
down
bright and
onto the
shiny
opponent's face hole. They're basically doing to the mobs what that one guy did to Rinwell yesterday.
I
Prepare
won't
to be
forgive you.
sealed.
No escape!
Confiscated. This one's
Lightning
mine.
thrust.
This one's mine.
Mirage.
Hear me, flame of. This one's mine. Tiger blade.
I'm knocked up!
Lightning orb.
Shockwave
Raging
flash.
blade. Spear. This
Here's
one's evil. Sleep
Lightning.
now.
Pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for you truly. Blah, blah, blah. This one's mine. Here's a healing arc.
Shockwave flash!
First aid. Make it Dohalim. This one's got your name on it.
Ashes to ashes.
Radiant
Not a
blood.
chance.
Here.
Thrust.
Waterfall.
Shockwave flash!
In here.
It's over!
More for the side. Lost. Get toasty.
Maybe that's why she has an attitude, because you got her fucking face just bashing the ground.
Soaring light spear! You picked the wrong fight!
Do
Here
it.
I come!
Go for it.
Prepare to crumble.
She got absolutely decimated.
Barely a
in that
blip
fight.
on our radar.
Like, out of everyone to get hit, like, I feel like hers was the most brutal during that one cutscene. That's for sure. We got the Crystal Dillos.
Get lost.
Take this.
Here I go. I'm only getting started.
I'll stop its charge.
Thank you, Kisara.
You're finished!
If it cools up, time to get out. Way.
Where are you going? Light astral energy. More with
Look
that
sharp.
kick,
I'll smash you.
Here, let me help.
Strike!
Look
First
sharp.
aid.
Its armor's too strong!
Then I'll split it open.
Be my guest! Here I
This
go!
one's mine. Searing flame.
Shockwave
Reload.
flash! Try this!
Here's a
Burn
healing
through
arc.
it!
Magic is am.
This
Not in
one's
your
all
dreams.
mine.
Lightning.
Take this! Lightning
Here,
thrust!
let me help. Now.
Chill!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
Here,
Not
let me
a
help.
chance!
Purge
Strike!
malevolence.
Not
Waterfall.
today! Lightning
Ready
thrust!
and raring.
I'll be saving this
I'll
one.
smash you.
Hear me.
I'm not
Lightning
right.
energy. More with that kick.
Try this!
Here's
It's
this
brutal
one's
torrent!
mine.
The earth throbs in pain.
Photon purge malevolence. I'll heal you all. Big waterfall.
No charging for you, dog.
Healing circles. Make it break. Get
Dude, we
toasty.
just mugged that guy. See how fast that break meter went up? Now, I know it goes up
Barely a blip
faster
on our
the less
radar.
health they have, but Jesus Christ, when we all just turned on that guy, you got straight up mugged. Look at the fish jumping. Oh my God. We got emerald salmon. We got lesser
Now, where might those
Pikachus.
fish be?
Akfodl arowana. But we got the subsurface mirage. We get pond tilapia, Lacerda salmon, and Sardonyx grouper. We haven't seen any of those yet. What the hell? What are... None of these are for what the fish I can catch. Lesser
Where should I
Pikachus.
cast my line?
Guess we'll do this one.
Reel it in.
You ever caught this fish? This guy's putting up a fight. We got this though.
Boy, that's a bit of a letdown.
Maybe you could keep it as a pet.
It's a bit of a letdown. Its size is 104.6. I think it's the biggest fish we caught. A letdown? You had to put it on a fucking plate for us to be able to see it.
All right.
I wish fishing restored CP as well. Give you a reason to fish while you're on your adventure and not be immersion breaking, you know? Just a quick little fishing trip while everyone rests up, you know? Like a short rest
Looks
type
like
deal.
I hooked a pretty rare fish.
I don't recognize that fish.
What a
Is it okay to eat?
1.1. That's gonna sell for big money. Alright, I'm done fishing for now. I don't think the size matters of the fish, to be honest. I think it's just something, an arbitrary number to keep track of and try to beat. To be honest, I don't think it actually matters. Other than maybe for achievements.
You guys want to rest here?
Yeah, we're gonna have to. Yo, one Pikachu got me 22. I don't know how much the copper chunks sell for. I think the Piraruku only sells for 200 actually. We're gonna need to buy enough life bottles, peach gels. We need to buy those before we do anything else with our lives.
You can never be too prepared. But did
Piraruku?
we have to spend so much?
Is that how you pronounce it? Piraruku? Piraruku?
I hope we manage to catch Almadria soon.
I hope so too, before she can cause any more havoc.
I'm gonna just call
Okay,
little
Ringler?
Pikachu.
Oh, yeah.
Don't push yourself too hard now, okay?
Okay. Thanks. Oh, Hoodle. I don't know what to do.
No, I don't need to cook. We just need to rest.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone. We're turning in early for the night.
Well, off we go.
We still got the defense buff rolling, so we'll be fine.
A dead end?
No,
Hidden
there's
wharf.
an elevator. Looks operational.
Yo, Law, you blind dog? You need some glasses? Clearly an elevator right here. Yo, that's a boat.
I can't believe there's actually an underground harbor here.
That's just not a boat.
There
That's
are
a
even boats docked.
I only see Danons.
that's a yacht.
Think they were forced to work here?
What the hell?
Probably. Let's see what they have to share about Almadria.
What's going on, people? This might not be the best place in the world to work, but at least you spend your days never having to worry about starving. Yeah, can't head out to fish in the ocean, but if you don't mind river fishing, there's a good spot outside with all the fish you could ever want. True. I see a chest. Everyone hold. Am I gonna be rich again? One heavy treat. We're rich in spirit, and that's all that matters, right? It's real unusual for Lord Almadria to come through here without letting us know ahead of time. She took off with a sizable posse too. Wonder what that was all about. Your guess is as good as mine. I'm just glad she didn't ask us to come along with her. This boat here is used for shipping. Always takes off with an empty cargo hold and comes back with a full one. Pretty big, ain't she? But compared to Lord Almadria's personal ship, this thing's a cupcake. Wait, This isn't her ship. This is a fucking yacht. This isn't her ship? Where's her ship at? I ain't been back to Nia's in a long while. If it ain't one bright eyes busting my chops on deck, it's another busting my chops in the docks. Speaking of which, did you hear? They say that cargo might contain stolen goods, what someone smuggled from outside the realm. Oh yeah, I heard, but it don't concern us what's inside. Our job is to process them and move on. Yeah, I hear ya. We got enough to worry about with how heavy it's gonna be to haul it around. Pussy. Just lift with your knees, forehead. Mackerel. Yo, what up, dog?
You didn't happen to see a lord come by, did you?
Sorry, friend, but she just left. Came by with a whole posse of underlings, boarded her ship, and took off at first wind. We damn near got blown away. She was that much in a hurry. Damn! So we missed her! You guys trying to go after her? Need a ride?
Are you saying you know how to steer a ship?
Spent most of my life chained to the deck of some ship or other. Yeah, I know my jib from my boom.
We don't know how dangerous it'll be. Better you give us the boat and stay on solid ground.
Whoa there! You been out on the water before? The sea ain't nobody's friend, you know. You need a sea dog like me, or you'll sink her before she makes it out the harbor.
We're losing time. Sir, we're in your debt.
Now that's more like it. Name's Mahavar. Just give me a holler when you're all set and we'll set sail.
I guess we're as good as we're gonna be. Let me change up one thing here. Let's not use these right now. Let's change just to 25% as well. And let's turn these off for now. Music can add. I can add an action. Own HP 50% or less. Keep away from enemy. Can I assign that to a certain person? I can't assign it to a certain person. Okay. That's fine. We'll keep that like that for now. Wait. Oh. No restrictions. Yeah. Yeah, they are. We'll see how that works. I might drop it down to 25 for Kisara. Yo, this thing's hauling ass.
This is like a dream come true. Never gotten to captain a ship before. Never would have thought I'd get a chance like this. Thank you, y'all.
The pleasure's all ours. Think we'll catch up to her?
Course we will. They got too much weight on them. Meanwhile, this ship's carrying nothing but us salty scalawags. They got a good head start on us, but we can take them.
Do you know if there are any Danans on that ship?
Couldn't say for sure. On the one hand, seeing as it's supposed to be something of another castle, I'd reckon they probably wouldn't let a bunch of Danans on board. On the other hand, I'd be real surprised if the Renans were able to pilot that thing all by themselves. In any case, it's gonna be a while before we reach her. Until then, you're all free to do whatever. Just don't fall in the ocean.
Can I fish? My party disbanded. Oh shit.
I know Mahavar said we could take it easy, but there's not exactly a lot to do on this boat. I guess I'll check in on everyone and see how they're holding up.
It'll take some time before we catch up to her, so feel free to go out and stretch your legs. Maybe check how the rest of your crew's doing. Can we fish? I want some chocolate chip cookies. I haven't had dinner yet. I need to eat at some point. Shit.
I took a look around inside the ship just in case, but I didn't find anything that looked like it might be suspicious.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
You know, it wasn't until I left Calaglia that I finally realized just how big the world is.
When we tore down the wall in Calaglia, and I could finally see the horizon in the far-off distance, I had the exact same thought.
Yeah, somehow the sea is different though. I'm not sure just how to put it. It's almost as if it just goes on forever. I bet my old man would have been blown away by this view.
Yeah.
Ever since he died, I've been thinking about what it was that he was really trying to say to me at the end. I keep going over his words again and again. And heck, maybe I'm just overthinking it all. But still, sometimes I wonder if it could have turned out differently. If there was something I could have done. But no matter how much I play it back, I'm still no closer to finding any answers. And then there's everything with Rinwell. I stopped her from killing Almadria, but was that really the right thing to do? Or did I just end up making things harder for her? I feel like such a screw-up.
You're not the only one. I keep asking myself what Zephyr would have done had he been here. Like I think, how would Zephyr have handled Rinwell?
Yeah, I think he definitely would have stopped her. No doubt about it.
And that's exactly what you did, Law. I think he'd be really proud of you.
Alphen.
Zephyr's not the worst yardstick to measure ourselves against. Let's both do our best to make him proud.
Sounds like a deal. Thanks, Alphen.
Thanks, Alphen.
Hold that pose long enough and someone might just come along and paint you.
Any artist who'd see fit to paint me needs their eyes tested.
What can you tell me about Almadria?
Not as much as you'd probably wish. I only ended up crossing paths with her a handful of times, after I was chosen to be a lord on Lenegis.
Ah, right. I almost forgot about Lenegis. How much do you think they know about what's been going on down here?
It's safe to assume they know everything, though I know not why they choose to remain uninvolved. Perhaps they see what's been happening as just part of the ongoing crown contest.
Even what Almadria did? Has it really reached the point where her actions are seen as normal?
Not to my knowledge, no. At its core, the crown contest is a competition to see who can amass the most astral energy. And to amass such energy, slaves are needed to collect it from. It's therefore against the Lord's interest to kill them.
So then why would Almadria do something like that?
We must remember that time is running out in the crown contest. Perhaps her hand was forced, so to speak. It is a way to accrue astral energy faster and in larger quantities than through slave labor. Doing so kills off that labor force, obviously, but it is a means to an end nonetheless. No one could have foreseen that something like the Hollowing would arise back when the contest was first conceived.
Is becoming the Sovereign of Rena really that important to the Lords?
Of course. It's the greatest prize one can attain in their eyes. In that respect, at least, I'm really not that surprised that Almadria resorted to what she did, as utterly despicable as it is.
It's reassuring to hear you feel the same way I do.
I worry that the only reason I never did anything similar in Menancia was due to my lack of ambition.
If you didn't want to be reminded of your past, you could have just plugged your ears.
You think too highly of me. I'm afraid I must respectfully disagree. I'm not nearly as virtuous of a person as you might wish to believe.
If that's so, would you have been so shaken up when Kisara lost her brother? Why else would you turn your back on your own kind and choose to fight for Miguel's dream? Aren't we just Danans?
A curious choice of words. Did what you see in Mahag Sar hit you that hard?
What Deadheim did to that city, he didn't liberate anyone. Anyone who refused to follow him was an enemy in his eyes. 300 years of Renan rule taught him nothing.
What I have come to understand is that the conflict extends beyond Danon versus Renan. There is an internal quarrel as well. I mean to bring about a true, lasting coexistence in Menancia. But there are more walls we must topple first.
And you don't think you can pull it off?
Well, you seem to think you can, at least.
Does that make us enemies?
Insofar as an exchange of swordplay, no, it doesn't.
Not good enough for you?
Are you really... Forgive me. I will continue to fight by your side a while longer. That much I have decided.
Good. I'm not one for optimism when there isn't sufficient evidence. Okay.
You don't look so good. You all right?
The floor. It keeps moving. How can you stand it? How can you even stand?
I'm not the best person to ask about discomfort. I can't feel pain, remember?
She's fucking sick.
I still can't believe what happened in Niez. Even now. As a lord, my expectations for Almeidrea were already pretty low. But the way she treated human lives like they're mere playthings.
Yeah. And it wasn't as if the situation in Niez was improving much to begin with.
You mean Deadheim?
The whole reason I started fighting back was because of my anger at the atrocities of Renan rule. Back then, all I had to worry about was fighting the Renans for the sake of the Danons. But then I met Shion and the people of Menancia, and things became a lot more complicated. It's even messier now that we have to worry about Danons like Deadheim.
It used to be that the Danons were the ones in the right, and the Renans were the ones in the wrong. Though, maybe that was just a biased perspective from being on the side of the oppressed.
Exactly. I'll never tolerate the Renans ruling over us. But nothing ever ends up being as black and white as you'd expect it to be either. That's clear to me now.
That said, even putting aside bad apples like Deadheim for a moment, you may be able to free the Danon people, but that won't undo 300 years of oppression. It'll be hard for them to not give in to their resentment. I think maybe that's why I clung to our dream so hard back in Menancia.
Even if his motivations weren't pure, Dohalim has a good heart. He didn't sink to the depths Almeidrea did.
You don't understand. I'm saying that it goes deeper than that. This hierarchy we live in, it's not solely something the Renans invented. I remember a story Rinwell once told me. She said before the Renans invaded, we Danons had our own class system. We are the ones who divided ourselves. I saw it in Deadheim's eyes. He wanted to rule over others.
To hear Bayfon tell it, Deadheim wasn't always that way.
But as time went on, and he and the Darkwings fought the Renans, he eventually changed. I guess what I'm getting at is, if we defeat the Renans but just go back to the way things were before, was there even any point in fighting?
But that world isn't the one you want to create, right?
Maybe not. But to tell you the truth, these days I'm not so sure that dream is even possible.
You have your promise to Miguel, though. Your home and the people of Menancia are depending on you.
I know. My brother. He truly believed in his dream of coexistence. And I suppose, even now, many people still do. And then, there's you.
Who, me?
You and Shion.
I'm not sure I follow.
Okay, then let me spell it out for you. How many other Renans and Danons do you know that get on as spectacularly as the two of you?
I don't know that I'd say spectacularly.
Well, I suppose it's really all a matter of how you look at it, isn't it?
I really don't see what you're getting.
I think I'm getting seasick again. Sorry. Can you just give me a wide berth for a few minutes?
Ugh.
Do you think Law is okay?
If you're worried, why don't you ask him yourself?
Yeah. I think maybe I should apologize to him too. I should apologize to all of you, really.
Us too?
Well, I was kinda lying to you all this whole time. I was blind to everything except my own revenge. I never even considered the struggles all of you might be facing.
We all have things we'd prefer to keep to ourselves, Rinwell. So what if you had something to hide? It doesn't undo the good that you've done, or the people that you've helped save along the way.
But that's not what I mean.
I know. You're talking about Almadria, right?
Yeah. I hate her, Alphen. I can't stop hating her. Even just thinking about her makes my head feel like it's going to explode. But it's not just her. I think about the way Law looked at me. I hated the Lord who killed my parents. And I hated the Renans I had to travel alongside. And yet, Cislodia's Danans backstab each other like it's a normal way of life. And Mahag Sar has people like Deadime. But then there are people like Law and Shion. It's all just too much. I don't know what to think anymore.
Law never said that you had to forgive Almadria. It's only natural you would hate your family's murderer. But
But what?
Law left home because of how much he hated his father. As a result of that, well, I think Law spent a lot of time thinking about how they never got to make things right. And if I had to guess, killing Ganabel didn't make any of those feelings go away. Law let revenge fuel him, and I think now he's afraid you'll do something you'll regret.
Afraid?
Whatever happens to Almadria when this is all over is up to you. I'll respect whatever choice you make. Just think it over carefully for me, okay? You still have time.
Okay. Thanks, Alphen. Say, back then, after the fight, I think I really made Shion mad. I don't know, though. Maybe it just looked that way. But I guess I just can't seem to understand how she feels. Do you know why she gets like that?
Shion's... She can be a tough nut to crack. She doesn't really talk a whole lot about herself.
It's just what she said about hate being a source of strength. Where did that come from? I wonder how it feels, not being able to hold another person's hand.
Aye. Alright. Let's talk with Shion. Let's do the Titanic pose with her at the end of the ship.
Lean much further, you'll go overboard. Keeping an eye out for Almadria's ship?
I'm looking at the ocean.
The ocean?
Yeah. The waves. They help me think. This world is filled with natural wonders. The icy air and white peaks of Cyslodia. The lush green glades of Menancia. The harsh wastes of Calaglia. But Menancia has its Lake of Death, and Nias its ruins.
And they wouldn't be there if it weren't for that contest.
Say we actually manage to put a stop to the crown contest for good. What do you think will happen between the Danans and the Renans then?
You first.
Well, I want to believe that the coexistence we saw in Menancia can happen elsewhere, too. It's insane for all of us to keep fighting. If Menancia can do it, so can everyone else.
Yeah, I think that would be good too. A world where everyone can get along. At least, that's what I've come to believe.
You sure have changed.
I can't lie to you. Since I was young, I've looked down on the Danans too. But I've seen a lot. And I see things differently now. I've seen so many ugly and terrible things in this world. And yet, they didn't come from just the Danans. And the good things too. They didn't come from just the Renans. Kindness and cruelty exist on both sides. A person's race doesn't factor into it. So, I guess you're right after all, Alphen. I have changed. You know, I've never actually touched another person like this.
Shion.
Ever since I was on Lenegis, I've always been alone. Even after I came to Dana. Always.
And now?
Do you still not remember your past?
No. Sometimes it feels like I can almost remember. But then this mask stops me.
The mask keeps you from remembering why you have the mask in the first place. It's a little ironic, isn't it?
A little. Well, it won't be long now before you're rid of those thorns, you know? Only 2 lords remain. And once you have their master course, you'll be able to create the Renis Alma, right? Then you can... Shion?
Sorry, it's nothing. Promise. You're right, though. It'll all be over soon. I never could have made it this far on my own. I have everyone to thank for that. Including... especially you, Alphen.
Don't worry about it. We're friends, after all.
Yeah, we are.
Inflamo2 rated my stream with 3 viewers.
Thanks for the raid, M.
Wonder how much longer it's going to be before we catch up.
That scared the shit out of me. I forgot I had that on. How are you, M? Welcome, everyone. Oh, that was a touching little cutscene too. You know, little companionship with Shion, and we got a little baby Murloc saying la 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 la. Oh, that was really loud. I need to turn that down a little bit. I'm good. Still stuck. Still stucky. Still stuffy. This sinus infection's kicking my ass. In terms of just, you know, I just sound like shit. That ship had a better head start than I first thought. If you want to take a nap before things pop off, now's the time.
Look who's up. Good timing. We're closing in on her stern as we speak.
Oh, that's a ship.
That's the ship? She's huge. Law, go gather the others, will you? Think you'll be able to flank them without getting spotted?
Yeah, with the fog as our ally, I think I might just pull it off. Long as we ain't too noisy, we should be okay.
What'll you do if they catch on to us?
Not much I can do. Ship that size, they'll probably blow us to bits before we ready cannons.
We have cannons?
Persistent little things. Evidently, I shouldn't have spared the wretched vermin. Hungry already, my dear?
What is that?
Worry not, for you shall have plenty to feast upon shortly.
What was that?
Perfect. You managed to get us right up beside them.
I'll stay with the ship so we can leave as soon as you're done.
Good. Then let's find Almadria.
No, for real though, what was that? Monster thingy-majigger? Mobile Fortress Gradia. Members who have left have returned to your party. Well, good.
Xion, I want to thank you.
What brought this on?
What you said helped to calm me.
Don't mention it.
Now that's what I call a ship!
Yeah. The biggest one in all of Mahag-Sar. So big that it took years to construct.
For all we know, Kelzelik may well have been smuggling materials to help build it. In which case it would be yet another mistake on my part.
We don't know that she was only getting materials from Menancia.
You think it's possible that they might have come from elsewhere too? Yeah, I guess I could see it.
But what do you think Almadria plans to do from here on out, now that she's abandoned her realm and sailed out to sea?
She'll be filling her coffers with gold, most likely. Then she'll sit back and enjoy the show as the other lords duke it out. Or something to that effect, at least.
I wouldn't put it past her.
She's strong, yet shrewd, and will stoop to any low. A dangerous one indeed.
She's not the first, and she won't be the last. This is a lord we're talking about, remember?
Sounds like you've made up your mind already.
There was never anything to decide. No one who can smile like that while doing what she did deserves to roam free.
Yeah, you're right.
This might not be the best time, but if you have a minute... That mask of yours, it was shattered by a blow from Balsef when you fought back in Calaglia, correct?
Yeah, thanks for the reminder. I thought I was a goner.
Balsef's brute strength was in a league all its own, yet half the mask remains. It's remarkably durable. Too durable to be Danon in origin.
Xion said the same thing. As if the fact I was wearing it meant there had to be more to me than met the eye.
You recalled your name when the mask broke, I hear.
Yeah, that's right. Although to tell you the truth, I'm a little scared what might happen when I lose the remaining half. Then again, the idea of not doing something because I'm afraid scares me even more. That's why I go on fighting.
Only he who first faces the night catches a glimpse of the dawn.
Come again?
It's nothing. Forget I said anything.